Hi, my name is Elise Holmes. I am one of the founders of Vela Apparel. We're based here in Vail, Colorado, and I am a mountain girl through and through. I was born up in upstate New York in the mountains. My family lives in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and now I live here in Colorado, and this is where my inspiration comes from. And I am passionate about being outdoors, about doing things, and through this is what I strive for in my life and what I want to see in other women. So I have a background in the ski industry. I worked as an art director, a graphic designer, a project manager for companies like Warren Miller Entertainment, for Yoga Journal, and then also for advertising agencies up here in the mountains. And through that background, I got to really help everyone else with their dreams, which was really awesome. But at the end of the day, I felt a little depleted and didn't feel like I was really using my skills to the full ability. And so one day I looked at my husband and said, I just want to make pretty things and feel embodied and maybe teach some yoga. And we just kind of left it at that, but it's been something that stuck with him and it stuck with me. And so at one point we took some of our vacation days and traveled to Italy. And this was a trip that it was raining most of the time. And so I spent a good amount of time drawing, eating cheese too, but that didn't really come into the drawings as much, but definitely creating my style. I didn't even realize that was going to come out. And then at the end of this trip, I had a notebook full of some of the designs you guys are literally handling right now. And we had a business plan from this because these designs were what I was feeling, what I was embodying in our trip. The whale design that's also one of my tattoos here was one of those that came out of that trip. So Vela Apparel is a brand that our goal is to nourish our human connection to nature and adventure. And so that can be in anything. We don't want to exclude anybody in this because we all have a connection to that, whether it's a trip you took or summer camp or you just happen to be outside enjoying the sunshine. And so I like to have a clothing piece that I can connect to, whether I was on a hike or hucking off a jump on a bluebird day, or that day that I sat at my desk and I crushed it. I got out, I did my thing, and then I know I'm going to get to take a nice break after, maybe go on a run. So our customer is very much the Title IX woman. She is most likely a mom like myself. I have a 2-year-old. I also have a husband, and so we all know what it's like to be like that. It can be quite a mess. So I see myself as a Title IX woman. I wear the pants. I go from a hike, which I took this morning, into coming into a pitch, and I'm wearing the same thing the whole day. And from here, then I can drink my margarita later. Exactly. So one of our main designs that I love to tell people about is this ski girl. So this is Janet, by the way. Ski girl is one that women come up to me and they're like, oh my God, that's me. And I'm like, yeah, that's totally you. Like that is what I see for myself, but that's what I want other women to see. I want to feel that connection because they can see their daughter in it. They can see themselves in it. And that, along with our animal designs, as women, we're connected to the moon, and something like the foxes or our llama or our fish, we all have these kind of connections to the outdoors, and people see that and they're like, oh my God, like that reminds me of that trip I took to Colorado last year, or that time a fox crossed my path. So the kinds of products that we do make are very much married with my design. So when I design, I am creating based on what I've experienced, what I've seen, and I try not to look too much into it until after I've finished, because then I can find these little gems of my own experience, whether it's being in Italy or whether it's hiking in the woods. I get to see those later. And with that process, I like to pick clothing that I will live in, because truly this is the only clothes I wear. I mean, I am a mother, so like I make the clothes. I don't go shopping. So this is it. And we want to make minimal care with our maximum style. So the kinds of products we do end up making are, we have tank tops like these, super soft. All of our products are a combination of cotton and polyester, and some have viscose in them, some have spandex, depending on the product. We make super soft tees. This is a fully organic cotton. We have pullovers, like the cowl. I believe you guys have a cowl neck somewhere over there. And then our favorite tee is actually the one I'm wearing, and same with our headless model. This tee is like the best seller. This comes in 8 different designs. And then we also have our hoodie dress, and this is a great one going into the winter. But I know we're talking more about spring. So as a brand, we try to be not only affordable, but also sustainable. So we choose a lot of blanks with our products that we can then, oh, I heard about, that we can then marry nicely, but they're made in WRAP certified facilities. We also make our other lifestyle products that then can be brought into other areas of our life. So the puzzle, those were huge during the pandemic. Absolutely amazing. That saved us. Our hats, those are great for the hiking, camp mugs, stickers, and all those kinds of things to kind of tie the brand together. And we've had tremendous growth. I know some people haven't had that during this kind of year. We are in our 4th year, and we've doubled every single year. We have our own brick and mortar store that we've had for almost 2 years. And we're in over 40 boutique stores across the country. And we also like to tie in community into our mission. So we have 30 plus events throughout the year, either doing my hat painting classes, which you guys have one of the hats I painted, or doing murals, or even some custom tattoos. We do giveaways and things like that. I see you grabbing the mic. I could keep going.
Yeah, you picked up on my very subtle signal. Good job, Elise. We have some time for questions.
Been going on here.
Yes, hopefully you can hear us all laughing over here. We're all laughing, clapping, and cheering y'all on.
I'm just focusing on Jen Gorecki. Like, she's in my, like, I see her. So.
Oh, I usually look at Jen too. All right, we'll get some questions going here.
May is coming. I love it. It's awesome.
All right. Can you take me through your primary go-to-market strategy? So you're in these 40 boutiques. How did you get there? How you plan to expand? What is the marketing strategy?
Totally. We were super grassroots. So we started out of our guest bedroom, and then I got pregnant. So that had to go away. So we're like, well, we got to keep growing. And so with our growth, we are in up even through this year, we were surprised to be able to be in them markets all across Colorado. So we're in mainly ski towns all over Colorado to meet different people. But then up until this year, we were doing OR and also Magic to kind of meet different brands, different things like that. But for boutiques, everything has shifted. And so we've been on Flair. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Flair, but it's like an online platform for boutiques to be able to buy, and brands like myself that are kind of like growing to be able to then find these boutiques. It's an amazing platform. I feel like it's going to change a lot of how smaller businesses do work. So that has been a main part for us. But then now, just even in the last 6 months, we've started doing more online advertising, and definitely our social network. We have a lot of repeat customers that come back, and they find us either through social, or they meet us at a market, or my hat painting classes. I know this sounds silly, but like there's like almost like 500 women I've taught in the last like 9 months how to make hats. And those women were like best friends. And so they tell their friends. And so it's very organic.
Yeah, it almost seems like, you know, your designs or your connection to nature and being able to share that and teach other women how to do that almost is another story into itself.
Mhm.
And then two other just quick questions. And what are your product margins, both on a direct and then a wholesale basis?
So 66% is about what our margin is. We definitely like do Keystone. So like a product like this is our super soft hoodie dress. I believe one of you guys has one of these. So this one retails at 72. And so yeah, 36 is for wholesale. All of our tees and tanks are super great price point. Our tank tops retail for 29. A shirt like this that's more of a blouse, this retails for 39. And again, like our wholesale pricing is half that. So.
Hi. You clearly had me at puzzles. I've developed a little bit of a problem over the pandemic. Just given that your customer is an active woman living an active lifestyle, just wondering if you've thought about more kind of performance fabrics, or if you're really more into kind of more of a lifestyle kind of silhouette and fabric for your apparel.
Totally. We've definitely started more as a lifestyle. I think because we've just grown, being here in the Vail area, like we have to have tech stuff that we're constantly wearing to go do all the other things. But for me, it was like, I want something that I feel cute in, that I can still go do stuff in, but I don't have to feel like I'm wearing my jersey, or anything like that. We definitely have considered it, especially now that we're actually entering the cut and sew space. We have pants that are being created that were my design based on pants that I loved and married them with other pants and then married them with other pants and then did the design on them. Those are scheduled to be to us in the next month or two. They're an amazing versatile jogger pant that has more of a tech fabric to it. But to answer, I do want to do more. Yes.
Hi, nice work.
Thanks.
And you're done. Isn't that just the best feeling?
Oh my God. My coworkers brought me donuts and I've just been ready, but I was like, if I have that much sugar, I'm
No,
good.
I can't eat. I have a stomach ache. No, go dive into the donuts. I wondered about how you're thinking about your product line and how broad it is, and if you have plans to edit it and say, okay, I'm going to focus on clothing, but right now you're it feels like puzzles everywhere, and you're putting your design on other things. But you just said that you designed your own pant. So can you tell me about the place that you'd like to be going forward, or do you see yourself putting your designs on a bunch of different stuff?
Yeah, so a little of both, actually. What's nice is with our store, and because we've been mostly in smaller retail stuff, we can kind of experiment. And so I will have, this design is on this shirt, but it's also on a hoodie dress just like it. So we have it on a few things because we can, and we test it, and then we kind of edit out from there based on what are top sellers, and then those are more available to our wholesale accounts. We do also have a men's, if I turned the camera around, you would see men's clothing as well. And so for us, it is editing. I know there's at least one or two guys there.
Johnny was excited about that.
Yay! I should have sent some. I didn't know. He just has to tell me his size. So
He always feels left out, so you should send.
Oh no, not anymore, Johnny. So we do like to edit depending on what our needs are, but because we can, we kind of test a lot of different products.
All right. Thank you, Elise. That's all the time we have for questions. So now you can go have a donut.
Yeah.
Have one for us.
Elise,
Have one
way
for
to
Alice,
go.
too.
I totally would share if I could. I'm so sorry.
Next year.
Okay.
We'll take it.
Really great work. Really
Okay,
great work.
thank you.
All right. While Elise cleans her stuff up, we'll let Chris